If you're someone who's busy and is struggling to fit fitness into your lifestyle, this is probably the most important video you're gonna watch in the next 6 months. Big call, I know. Stick with me here. I'm going to tell you how I've managed to fit fitness into my lifestyle, how you can replicate it and do the same for you. So, quick little bit of background. I'm a busy guy. I run a gym, I have a jewelry business, I also run a media company, and I have successful relationships, family to look after, all sorts of shit going on, right? That being said, I've been able to maintain a top tier, probably top 5% physique for the last 5 to 7 years, and it's only through following my process that I'm going to break down for you now. Number one is realize that consistency is going to beat all else. A lot of people think that if they go to the gym, do a hard-ass workout once a week, that's going to lead to them being in great shape. No. What's going to lead to you being in great shape is consistently working out and consistently making the right choices when it comes to food and rest. Let's break that down. Consistent workouts. You need to be training 3 to 4 times a week at least. I train 5 to 6 times a week. The more you're consistently going to the gym, the more volume of training you're putting your muscles through, the better results you're going to have. Second part of consistency with diet. Making the right choices with your diet is going to account for 80% of the results you're going to see. Yes, you can train 5, 6, 7 days a week if you want, but if your diet is thrown off, it's not going to work. So you need to be consistent with your diet regardless of where you are or what you're doing. If you're a busy person like me, for example, I often end up eating a lot of meals out at restaurants or at my friend's house or here, there, and everywhere. But I'm consistent with my diet and then I go for high protein, low calorie options regardless of where I am. I have the same values when it comes to food, whether I eat at home or I eat at a 5-star restaurant. They're all the same, right? You need to be consistent with your diet and you need to eat food that aligns with your goals. So for most people, if you want to build muscle, lose fat, you're going for high protein options with low calories. Typically a protein source and then a carb source. At home, this could look like a measured amount of chicken breast, rice, and broccoli. At a restaurant, this might be a steak with some broccoli on the side. It's very easy to eat whole foods consistently when you do the same thing everywhere you go. You have the same values when it comes to food. Nothing really changes, just your location changes. So it's the second element of consistency. Consistent workouts, consistent diet, and then consistent with your rest. Even if you're busy, getting 8 hours of sleep a night is going to make a huge difference, not just to your fitness. In terms of your overall mental capacity, your ability to speak, your ability to think, getting enough sleep is going to elevate your life so much more than pretty much anything else. There are doctors who've gone on record and said, if you could bottle the effects of good sleep and sell it to the market, it would be a banned substance. It's that strong. The difference 6 hours a night and 8 hours a night is huge. So be consistent with your sleep. You need sleep to function, especially if you're busy. You need sleep more than people who aren't busy, right? Because you've got to operate at a higher level. You've got a lot of shit to do. You've got a lot of shit to manage, and you also want fitness results. So you need sleep. So there's the 3 elements of consistency that you need to tick off to fit fitness into a successful lifestyle. The second thing is to be efficient with your time. I mean, at the gym and outside the gym. If you're busy, you're trying to fit shit into your lifestyle, you want to get the most from the least. In terms of working out, you want to streamline your workouts, make them as short as possible with as much volume and intensity as you can. I've done videos on this. If you want a full video breaking this down, check my channel. I've done 2 or 3 videos on this, but I can quickly summarize it now. A few things you can do for this. You can shorten your rest times. You can add supersets and intensity techniques. You can train at a gym close to you. You can remove some of your warm-up sets, provided you're already warmed up. Basically, do what you can to hustle through your workouts to make sure you go to the gym, get adequate volume, but it only takes between 35 and 45 minutes. You can do this if you don't fuck around. Delving in further into efficiency, you can be efficient with the meals you eat. Like I said, 80% of your progress is going to come from meals. If you have control over those meals and you're the one cooking them, cook things in bulk, save yourself time. It's only when you don't prepare in advance and when you take too long that you end up eating bad shit. You choose the easy option because it's right there. You get a drive-through on the way home. You need to be prepared and you need to be efficient. Make as many meals as possible in bulk, all healthy, take them with you. I take little Tupperware with me all over the place. Or if you're really pressed for time, go and buy food, but buy food from somewhere that makes healthy food. Somewhere that's, like I said, a protein source and a carb source that's relatively low in calories. It's pretty damn simple. Third technique I would use, make a schedule. You will not make it to the gym and you will not eat your meals if you don't roster them into your life. The easiest way to do this that I tell most people is shift your schedule so you go to sleep slightly earlier and you wake up early. Nothing really happens after 10 p.m, mate. Not a whole lot really happens. Go to bed, wake up an hour earlier, use that hour to go to the gym and prep any meals you might need to eat. That way, it's consistently in your calendar. Remember, point 1, consistency, and it's logged in your calendar every single day so you're not gonna miss it, right? Even if you have a rest day, if you're only going 5 or 6 days a week, still use that extra hour for something else. Prepare your meals for the next couple of days. Use it for business if you want. Being prepared and scheduling things in helps a lot. The fourth point, and this overcomes a big barrier a lot of people face, be open about your goals. Let those around you know that you're going on a health and fitness journey and you want to improve your health and fitness. That's why you're going to be at the gym. That's why you're eating slightly differently. People will understand if you explain it to them. It's only when people don't know why you're doing something that they'll like call you out on it or they'll make a big deal out of it. If you say, look, just so you know, I'm going to be waking up slightly earlier, tell your partner I'm going to be waking up slightly earlier It's to go to the gym so that I can feel better and I can be a better partner to you. Or you tell your business partners, look, I'm gonna leave work slightly early, I'm gonna train, but it's only so I feel better, I have more energy, I'll be able to contribute more in meetings. People will understand and they'll back you if you give them a reason to. If you bring them into the fold and say, look, this is what I'm doing, this is why I'm doing it, this is how it's gonna benefit you, they'll be on board. I wanna leave you with a final thought, and that final thought is nothing changes if nothing changes. A lot of people want to get in better shape. They want to include being fit as part of their successful life, but they're not willing to actually take the risk and change things. If you need that extra push, if that's something you're looking for, feel free to contact me. It's literally what I do for a living. I take people from where they are to where they want to be fitness-wise, and we break it down super simply, because it can be intimidating if you don't know what you're doing. But follow these 4 steps. If you got some value from them, you're going to implement them, or if you need some help, feel free to subscribe. I release a video like this pretty much every day. That being said, I'll see you in the next one.